Okay, let it record. Okay. Okay, so first I want to create a virtual machine in a VMware workstation. Next, so why we are creating a virtual machine? We are not plainly creating virtual machine. So we are creating for particular operating system. So we have to for particular operating system. Okay, so we are creating, right? So we have to install particular operating system only. We are creating virtual machine. Okay, so which operating system currently? Sent OS 7. 8 is there, but I got a minimal for a 7, so I want to use 7 only. Okay, 8 we can use it, but I like 7. But and I instead of for easy download only I put it, that is a minimal. CentOS minimal version. Directly image is there. Okay, direct image is there. It is less than 1 GB. So that is quite easy. Currently, some people are having mobile internet only, right? So you are using a mobile data. So if you want to download full version, you can download with CentOS 7 full version. But with mobile data, it will take at least 2 days because it's around more than 4 GB, 5 GB space it will occupy. Okay, so carefully you have to download. If something is happened to that image, like half of image is downloaded, some corrupted image is downloaded, again you have to download. So it's a double extra. Okay, so if you are having a friends or anybody, so I will give you list of the operating systems, locations and all. So you can download at a time. So if you are a friend or someone having a Wi-Fi, a strong Wi-Fi network, so one day you can stay their home and download all the things. Like Saturday, Sunday, go to your relative's house or somewhere, download all the things. Okay, so I will give you list and links and all one day. So just do that one. Okay, currently this is enough. But okay. Hmm. So first of all, to create a virtual machine, so also we should know what names we have to put it. First of all, so what names for a virtual machine? So VM means virtual machine. So what virtual machine name? What virtual machine name? What location? What location? So in which location you want to store your virtual machine? Okay. So where you want to store your, okay, where you want to store the virtual machine? You want to store virtual machine in your C drive, D drive, E drive. uh, it is itself having a default place is there, that is uh, your username under c colon user c colon user slash your username slash document under that one virtual machines. So by default location is C drive only, but if you put in a C drive will be finished in a less than lesser within a 4 or 5 practicals. It will be finished. Means like you created a 4 or 5 virtual machines. One is CentOS full, and Windows 10 server, again Windows 10, Windows 10 for some other things. Like you create a 4 or 5 virtual machines, it will take some virtual machine take more space. So what will happen? C drive will full. Better to put it in a some more space available place, like at least 80 GB, 100 GB or 200 GB free space you can able to put it. So you have to put a question which location you want to put it, and where is your image. So what is your image and where is that image? What is your image format, image location of the image. Okay, image location also important. Find out where is your image and what is your image, what image you are using. Okay, so after this one, what is the minimum requirements? Okay, what is the minimum requirement to install operating system? Okay, install operating system. CPU capacity. CPU cannot change, but how many virtual CPUs we require? How many virtual CPUs are required. Okay. So how many virtual CPUs required as per the virtual machine? How much RAM we have to put it? How much disk space you required? How many? What type of NICs connection? NIC connections, or how many NICs we have to take it? Depends upon your practical. Okay. So these are all questions. Okay. Normally we can start doing it. That's not a big deal. Okay. But when you are keep these things in mind, every time you do new practicals or new things on your own, you are doing. This is very helpful if you are putting this thing. For example, what is the purpose of installing a virtual, creating a virtual machine, and what is my purpose? What is my practical? Just for example, I want to create a VM and I want to install something like a CentOS 7 full version GI mod, and inside I want to install my Oracle database. Okay, so Oracle 12c. Now 19c is also available, 21c is also. Okay, so for example, I want to install a 19c database. So to install 19c database, um, what are the minimum requirements? Again, RAM capacity should be at least 4 GB. Okay, so minimum to minimum, and a swap memory. Then I have to take minimum 8 GB compulsory. Okay, better we should have a two virtual CPUs. Okay, disk space for Oracle database. If you install minimum, it will take 20 GB. So then I have to take at least something around 120 GB disk space, and I have to keep reserve at least 40 GB only for installation folder. So then remaining thing I can share it easily. Okay, so locations and all, better take a hard disk higher size like a 200 GB. Also you can take 200 GB, no problem, because there is a lot of flexibilities there inside. I will tell you that flexibilities. Okay, it means if you create 100 GB disk, to create a virtual machine, at the time you put a 100 GB disk. In a 100 GB disk, that is a virtual hard disk. 100 GB disk is nothing but a virtual hard disk, virtual disk only. Okay, it is space occupied in your actual disk. Virtual disk occupies in your physical space only. But problem is like not a problem. Just what I'm going to say, it is um, it inside a virtual hard disk. It is a 100 GB virtual hard disk. Inside a hard disk, I put only 30 GB data. That's it, not more than 30 GB data. Okay, so I put a 30 GB data. So in your physical disk, it occupies 30 GB only. It is a virtual hard disk is 100 GB, but you put a 30 GB data inside. Then how much space it is occupying in a physical disk is 30 GB only. Okay, so for example, I took a 200 GB virtual hard disk, virtual disk. I put a VD easy, and you put a 30 GB data. Same, how much space it is occupying in a actual hard disk is 30 GB only. There are no differences. If you take 100 GB or 200 GB or 500 GB or 1 terabyte, only consideration is how much data you keep it in a that disk. That is the only thing. Okay. For example, um, you install a Linux operating system, like I put a CentOS 7 only. That too minimal. It occupy only 2 GB data. Very less. That's so minimal. Run fast. Okay. For example, it is occupying only the total operating system after installation, it 2 GB only. So how much space it is occupy in your physical space? It's only 2 GB only, not more than 2 GB. If you are using a full version, maybe it is occupy 6 GB. So how much effect? It's only 6 GB only. Whether you take virtual hard disk 100 GB or 200 GB, but actual space is that one only. Okay. So that is what I'm trying to say is, okay. So Virtual hard disk can be a smaller or bigger one. Okay, so it can take higher also. Okay. Best operating system in Windows is Windows XP. You know why? Because it's a 1.5 GB only. It occupies 1.5 GB only. If you take Windows 7, occupy 8.5 GB. Okay, 8.5 GB at least. So overall, it will look like a 9 GB. Okay, so minimum 10 GB. Oh, okay, it is okay running. Okay, so in a hard disk, it will occupy 10 GB minimum. Then if you are adding a data and you are install applications and all, it keep on increases. Some of my virtual machines having more spaces also. So this is a try. Okay, so I will go to this is a virtual machine because of my actual hard disk is actual hard disk is CDF. CDF. This is a actually 500 GB hard disk. I added a 1 terabyte of extra hard disk to my laptop. Then I got this much of space. Okay. So because see this is a very less space is there now. So 32 GB free space is there. Why 32 GB free out of 200? Why? Because of I have a lot of virtual machines inside in F drive itself, and I created some more virtual machines here also separately. Okay, I will show you. This is Windows. This is a Windows operating system virtual hard disk. It occupied already 50 GB. See, it's a 50 GB. I given that hard disk is around 200 GB or something. And this is a Linux in a CLI mode. It is occupied only 2 GB, 1.8, 2 GB only. So that's the difference. The hard disk is can be same for both the things like that. So I created this for DevOps and it is occupied more than 15 GB. So don't worry about how much virtual hard disk you are taken. Okay, only thing is um, if you take higher virtual hard disk, not at all a problem. Okay, like that. So we have to understand what is the minimum requirement of particular operating system, plus what is the purpose of installing that one, just a practice purpose, or maybe you want to install some Oracle kind of stuff, or maybe some DevOps related application, or maybe you want to test some different applications. You can do it. Okay, so based on that, how much space you need it, how much RAM you need it. So you have to think and then we have to start it. Okay, so that is what we call it as doing proper way. Now the discussion is completed. Now I want to show you how to create a virtual machine. So this is a VMware workstation. I'm sure I want to show you. Oh shit, Dushyant have got a problem. So when it was downloading CentOS, after 99% download, it was showing downloaded failure. Dushyant, are you download my image or from CentOS image? This one, my Google Drive image or where is this? So this image you are getting a problem or you're getting a problem with CentOS. This one. Okay. And better always download whether it is a small size file or a big size file. Use free download manager. Free download manager and put an extension. There is an extension for Chrome also there like this. Okay. So download this one and it's a free one also. So no errors and all. As I'm using from so many years. Okay. So if you use this one, it will try to download properly. Okay, from Google Drive only. So really download anyway. I will change the place. Zero. I will test it once because one at a time lot of people are downloading that term also will get a problem. Okay, but any download like whether you are going to this download or this download, use any download managers. This is free download manager. IDM, FDM. This is FDM. IDM is also there. Internet download manager is also there. You can download it from there also. Okay, direct downloads. Your Chrome may crash sometimes by downloading. So this is we can re-download again and again, no problem. Okay, it will maintain the session and speed also. This is because of somewhere I use download something. It is showing like that. So I'm testing my download. So better not to download at a time multiple people. Okay, so if you are getting an issue, so take time at least for 1 hour like that. So let others complete it because more traffic on one link, it may also give you error. Okay. Okay, guys. The download is also must be secured properly because sometimes it will give you an error code. Okay. So first thing is where you want to store the virtual machine. So I want to store my virtual machine in my H drive directly. Otherwise, you can create a folder and there you can able to store. Like I created a folder here. So like this, can you see Latif VMs? Okay, there is a virtual machines already there. See, so I created a folder called a Latif VMs. Okay, and these are my virtual machines. Okay, what I'm going to do is in my F drive I don't have much space, so I'm going to my H drive. Here for you, I'm going to create a new directory here folder. Okay, the folder name I'm going to keep it like this. CTS1, okay, space 2021. So this is your batch. Okay, CTS1 2021. So I created a one folder. Inside of this one, I'm going to create a virtual machines. Now you got it this name, right? Like that. Okay. So I'm going to minimize this one. That is the first step. Okay. And second one is now I'm going to open my VMware workstation. Again, before you create, you should know where is your image. So let it open. So where is your image? Here is my image. My image in my F drive. So this is my F drive and this is my image. Can you see CentOS 7x 86 underscore 64 minimal 1810. This is editions. It is keep on releasing new editions. So this is a one of the editions which I downloaded in 2018 itself. Okay, so this is one kind of edition like release dates are there. Okay, so that is enough for me for current practical where it is in F drive. Okay, now I'm going to create a new virtual machine. You can see new virtual machine under home. If you got home, this is the one. If in case if you close that home, you can't see that one. Problem, right? No problem. Go to the tabs, go to home tab, then you will get it. So you see tabs, go to home tab, so you will get it. Yeah, for me it is downloaded. See like this. Sometime while downloading, also after download, it is showing a completed, but there may be a error. So while you are installing operating system only, we knows the CD is working or not. Okay, so we need a more careful things here. So you will understand why doing it. It's quite easy. Okay, so you will get it home. Okay, or you can go to the file. You can say like a new virtual machine. New virtual machine. Okay, so here I'm going to create a new virtual machine. I click on it. Okay, so there is a custom and typical is there. Okay, if you want to go through all hardware related things, then you can go to custom. So in a custom it is ask every question it will ask. It is very good normally, but I'm going to typical always. I like to go for typical because first time we are doing, we don't know much about these VMware workstations and all. So those many options may confuse because so much of learning is there in a custom. Okay, custom is good, but still there is a lot of learning in a custom is there. So we will concentrate on how to create a virtual machine. That's it. Okay, so this is I'm going to use typical. Next. So these three options are there. So these three options. So okay, it is it is not putting disk. This is I removed my physical disk. I removed my physical disk, so that's why physical CD-ROM. So that's why it is showing a disable like this. Okay. If I have it, it will show that one. So if you have a DVD image, if you have a direct DVD or CD operating system CD or DVD, so you can choose the first one. You can choose the first one, and here is a image related one. So if you click on it, installer disk image ISO, so it is directly there, but I'm going to show you so how to do it. Like browse, it's a F drive only. I have a OS drive also there, so there are a lot of operating systems. See, if I put like this, so it is automatically detect your operating system. I'm changing different operating systems here. This is Windows 10. Windows 10 is detected. Okay, it means your watch application VMware workstation understand what type of image it is, and image is also good. Image is also properly mm, build the installation thing. So then we will go. If you go next, there is a column. What is the column? It automatically give options, and once you click OK final, it start installing operating system. You cannot control the operating system installation, so you need a control of operating system installation and options and everything. We don't give a VMware to automatically install. That is for a very lazy people, easy installations or no time people. But here we are customize the installation, so we will see every step installation because we don't have any physical machine. We are practicing on a virtual machines, right? So we should know the options of installation. So better go to like this. Select the last one only. I will install operating system later, but we we won't take my time. Then once you are create a virtual machine, then automatically we install. Okay. So select always third option because we want to control the installation of operating system. Next, in a VMware, it is directly will tell you what type of guest operating system. Guest means your actual operating system. My actual operating system is Windows 10. Guest means in a virtual machine, if you install any operating system, that is called a guest operating system. Because when you want to use it, you can use it. When you don't want to use it, just you can able to go like that. Like okay, so my line operating system type is Linux. Currently, I try to install CentOS, right? So mine is Linux. If I want to install Windows, then select a Windows and select which type of operating system. If you want to install Linux, select Linux. Okay. Then what type of operating system I want to install is CentOS 7. Okay, CentOS 7 64-bit. CentOS 7 64-bit. Okay. CentOS 7 64-bit. So once you select a proper operating system, once you select operating system properly, what will happen when you are finish, when you click on finish your virtual machine creation, automatically the virtual hardware will create to support CentOS 7 related 64-bit hardware will be created. Okay, just for example, I want to install a XP. Okay, this is a Windows 7. This is Windows 7 64. I want to install Windows 7 32-bit. Automatically, 32-bit virtual hardware will be created. 32-bit base virtual hardware will be created. If I select Windows 7 64, so the basic support of Windows 7 means suggestion for Windows 7 and as well as 64-bit environment will be created. Then what is the difference? If I put 8, so say this minimum requirements like 7, minimum 2 GB hard RAM, for example. If I put a XP, so I put a XP professional. Okay, so it required a 256 MB RAM. If you go next, so 40 GB hard disk, RAM is also already taken, 512 MB RAM. Okay, depends upon what operating system you are selected. So the operating system minimum requirement wise suggestions will be created. You can customize it. It will give you default uh, hardware. It will create the relevant hardware type, means 32-bit virtual hardware and 64-bit virtual hardware it will be created, and as well as it will give you default options also. Then we can change it also. So I select a CentOS 7 64-bit. Minimum requirement for that one also it will show. If your operating system not listed here, you can go for other also. Okay, there are a lot of options are there currently. Linux, CentOS 764. Next. So it will show directly CentOS 764, but I have a lot of virtual machines. So I'm going to change it. Okay, so first time we are doing this one. Okay, so I'm putting a name, or I put a another name like CTS 1 Linux. I know what Linux I'm using, CTS 1 Linux 1 maybe. Okay, because we are doing personally in personal laptops, you can put anything. Linux 1 also you can put it. Okay, so I'm putting this name. Why? Because of we will understand this machine is created for this particular lab purposes. Okay, see the default location is showing. See users, Inish, documents, virtual machine, like that. So if I click next, the virtual machine is going to create in a this location only. So I want to change the location because I want to create a virtual machine in this location, H drive, this folder. So I'm going to copy this folder. Carefully see this one. So I paste that folder name here. Then put a slash. Then I'm copying this name and put here. So what will happen? Under this folder, another folder will be created with the same virtual machine name, and all virtual machine related files are going to store under this one only. Okay, try to understand. So this is the name I given. Names are important to identify each and every virtual machines. Okay, so this is my folder in a H drive. I put a one folder and put a slash, like this slash, and then I copy this name and paste here. Okay, if you want to see very closely, then this is a magnifier. Okay, so many days here, like can you see? So earlier I have a different name. Now what I done, in the H drive I created a folder Okay, in the I copied this entire path h colon slash that path. Okay, then I copied here like this. I copied, then I put a slash. Okay, see much closer. Like I copied the name, so I decided I want to put this name. Okay, and I copied this name. So what will happen in this folder? Again, new folder. This is a new folder. Will be create, and all the virtual machine files, all the virtual machine files will be stored in this folder only. So you don't need to worry about what somewhere it is storing and all. So it is very easy to troubleshooting time management related one. Okay, or if you are to managing. Okay, troubleshooting. Okay, for troubleshooting, deleting virtual machines. Okay, deleting virtual machines, like you no longer require a virtual machine, you can delete the virtual machine, no problem. Okay, so like that. Okay, next, its suggestion is 20 GB because it won't take much space also. We don't need to give more space also. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm giving 40 GB, no problem. It will take very less space only. You can give 40 GB, or maybe give 120 GB, no problem. Give a 80 GB, no problem. Okay, like that. Hmm. So select always first one, single file only. Better always single file. Okay, if we're having a multiple files, sometimes it may give you a problems. So to avoid certain problems, if you better is single file, and it is better one also. So default is 20 GB, it is recommended size. I given a 40 GB. Okay, so 40 GB is also quite easy enough. Now all. Next, it suggested memory size is 1 GB. So I'm going to customize hardware now. Okay, I'm going to customize hardware now. Can you see this memory is 1 GB? If I want to increase, I can increase the memory size also. I can increase the memory size also. Okay, but I'm not changing now because you are doing first time, right? So if I put a 2 GB now, so I can put a 2 GB, no problem. If you see like 2 GB, I change it to 2 GB. Okay, here is the option 4 GB, 8 GB, like that. Otherwise you can type it also, no problem. If I put a 2 GB, but 2 GB it is occupying in physical also. What I'm going to do is, for installation only I use 2 GB. After installation completed, I shut down the virtual machine, and then I will change it to 1 GB later. So if you miss that point, then you keep 2 GB. Some people may face the problem because 4 GB people are don't cannot put a 2 GB here, right? Okay, that's why I'm putting only 1 GB. Okay, next, this is the processor counts. How many processor you want to put it? You can put it, and I'm selecting this option. This is like it will give you a virtualization thing. Okay, I will tell you later why I selected this one, and I will enter few lines to it, so then also we can do it. Okay, so I've selected this one, that's it, don't worry about it. Next, use ISO image. This is, you should not forget, main important. Use ISO image file, browse, select your operating system for file, like I think download, recently I downloaded into G downloads, right? I download into G downloads. Here it is. Okay, so don't worry about all these things. Okay, so open. Now can you see this one? I given a my image file. So I given downloaded one. Actually, I have already in F drive, but I given the latest download only. Okay. Next, network adapter. It is showing a NAT. NAT means outside whatever the IP we have in a physical network, it translate into different network. I don't want that one. I select custom and I select a VMnet 0. So VMnet 0 default internet connection. If you got any problem in this one, if it is not showing, please tell me. I will tell you how to enable it. Okay. So VMnet 0 custom VMnet 0 in the Linux. I use VMnet 0. Okay. So again 1 GB. You can change it to 2 GB. No problem. You can put a 2 GB at the time of installation. While working, we can convert into 1 GB. So I put a 2 GB and I check this one and I make sure 11111 only. So I select this one. Next, I put an image. So find out where is your image. Next, custom VMnet 0. That's it. Now we have to go to close, finish. The virtual machine is created. Virtual machine is created. Do not power on it. Do not power on it. Go to edit virtual machine settings. Select the second option. Okay. Edit virtual machine settings. Again, I'm zooming. Go to options. So this is okay. So verified memory is 2 GB. So faster it will installation. Check mark is there 40 GB. Okay. Here inside we use ISO image file. Okay. So I put a image file. I browse it and I put a image file VMnet 0. And I'm going to options. Go to advanced option first. It is a two parts are there. So one is BIOS or UEFI. Which one you want to use it? You want a BIOS means MBR type of disk you will get it. EFI, UEFI or EFI if you got it, then you will get a EFI models of hardware you will get it. So firmware type you can check it, BIOS or a UEFI. Okay, I leave it for BIOS only. So I'm not changing it. Both will work because it's a 7 version, right? So it works. So I'm using BIOS only by default. VMware tools, time sync off. Time sync off is there. So I'm selecting this option. VMware tool, time sync off is there. Synchronize guest time with the host and leave remaining things. Okay, so if you have a time, you can read all these things. Okay, if you have a time, you can read all these things and each and every connection. So, but we don't have much time, so I select BIOS here, or you can put a EFI, no problem. Time sync off is there, no? So I select this one. Now it become on. There are a lot of things are there: VNC connections, screenshots. Okay, auto protect. Yeah, this is new something. Okay, guest isolations like that. Okay, so whatever it is, those options. This first one memory, processor, uh, image, network. Next, advanced VMware tools, time sync, and select this option. That's it. So in advanced, BIOS or UEFI, anyone. Okay, and not completed. So don't worry. Mm, okay, so now this is my H drive, my virtual machine one. So this is my VMware files. Okay, this step, what I'm going to do, the step. If you don't understand how to open and all kind of stuff, no problem. But I'm doing that step only. Okay, this is called a VM edit kind of stuff. Like these are three lines which we are putting into actual VMware file. Okay, there is a VMX file is there. We copy this one. So I will give you these three lines. Okay. Um, okay. So I will give you these three lines. Oh, I didn't open WhatsApp also. So I'm copying this one. This is a VM edit file. Okay. Just name is a VM edit only. Now I'm going to where it is I created. H drive. This is a folder. This is a Linux folder. You can see this is a hard disk folder. I given 40 GB, but it is showing only 5 MB only. This is VMX file, .vmx. If you cannot see .vmx, go to view, select this option. See, if I unselect it, what will happen? See, if I unselected it, it is not showing extension. If I select it, it is showing an extension. Okay, it is showing extension. Okay, so go to view, select this option. Okay, I'm right click on this one, and I'm going to open with Notepad. If Notepad is not showing directly, go to this option, choose other app. Okay, unselect this option. It is normally select in this condition, unselect it, don't select it. Okay, more apps. If you find Notepad here, good. If you don't find, go to more apps, scroll up and down, you will find Notepad, then select the Notepad. Make sure it is not selected. Okay, like that. Okay, now it is open. So go to scroll down like this. Go to last one, this one. Okay, after floppy 0, if you click here, automatically your cursor will there, and control V. Now these three lines are added. These three lines are added. Just read this one, hypervisor CPU ID V0 false. False means not true. We know that one meaning, but what is that meaning? I will tell. Okay, so EMCE enable true, VHU enable true. So these three lines I added into my VMX file. Then what you have to do? Go to save it, then close it. Be careful while you are doing. Don't enter these things in the middle of the file. Put last in the file. So this is completed, this part. Okay, VMX file added the things. If you don't understand, no problem, don't need to do it also. It is not compulsory in this practical. Okay, now virtual machine is created. The next step is how to install it. Okay, so you have to click on power on to power on the virtual machine, and I will power on it. So after 5 minutes. Okay, meantime, just 1 minute. Yeah, it is already 11:58, so I will take 2 minutes time to explain one thing to you. Okay, so why I add a check mark? Okay, the check mark, VTX check mark is there, no? That is one at CPU. I put a check mark. That is one, and three lines I added. I will tell why I added. I will tell. So this is my virtual machine. This is my virtual machine. Okay, this is my physical hardware. Virtual machine utilize physical hardware resources by virtualizing it. By virtualizing it, like this is a physical CPU and this is a virtual CPU. Okay, this physical RAM is there. Okay, and in the physical RAM, it will occupy the space, and it is virtualized the RAM into here. It's not a virtual RAM. Actually, we should not say it's a virtual RAM. Okay, it occupies space from my physical RAM and create some RAM space so virtually, and it is used for this virtual machine. This is virtual machine, not physical machine. So what it will do? It run on your physical machine only. Virtual machine run on your physical machine. Okay, it's not imaginary part. It is a physical entity only, but it is virtually existing. Okay, the hardware we are using for a virtual machine is not physical hardware, but it utilize physical hardware. Okay, The hardware for virtual machine is not physical hardware. That's why it is called with virtual machine. It's a virtual hardware, but that virtual hardware utilizing your physical hardware. Virtual hardware utilizing your physical hardware. So that's the thing. Understand? Mm. Now you are having a CPU and your CPU already having a VTX part, right? So VTX enable. It means we can virtualize your CPU. We can virtualize your CPU because this is enabled. Okay, and this is now virtual CPU. Virtual CPU don't have a we cannot virtualize the virtual CPU, right? Physical CPU we can create a virtual CPU. Virtual CPUs utilize your physical CPU, but virtual CPU is not physical CPU, right? So it don't have all features of physical CPU, right? So what one of the feature is virtualization part, right? So this is don't have a VTX for feature usually. Usually, okay. Usually VTX feature is not there. Okay, it means internally in this virtual machine again I need a virtualization. Like for example, if I'm using Windows 10 or a server, Hyper-V is one of the thing for Windows operating system. Any latest, okay, like a Windows 8, Windows 10, to Windows 12 or 16, 19 kind of stuff. Okay, another one is KVM or QEMU. Always both names are existing at time. In a Linux, we are using Linux now, right? This is one feature. Okay, so this is a virtualization features of an operating system. If you want this feature, if you want this feature inside of the virtual machine, you won't get it. You won't get it until unless you have to make a check mark and add these three lines. In these three lines, we are telling using these three lines, we are telling this CPU is not virtual CPU. This CPU is not virtual CPU. That's a false. Hypervisor CPU ID V0 false. False means that is not true. This is not a virtual CPU. We are telling this is not a virtual CPU. So then our virtual machine thinks it's a physical CPU, and when you are enable this one, automatically the feature will be enabled. So you will get internal virtualization. If you don't understand, no problem. Okay, but this is the thing. Okay. So whenever you want a virtualization concept, virtualization application, or maybe virtualization concepts in a inside of a virtual machine, so we have to add three lines and we have make a check mark. So that's it. Okay. Now, so I'm minimizing it. So virtual machine is created. Next part is installation. I will tell installation after the break. Okay.